Please welcome Intel Vice President, Data Center and AI Business Unit, Anurag Handa.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, on behalf of OCP and Intel, I want to thank you all for being here in beautiful Lisbon, Portugal. Before I get started, I just learned some new facts about Portugal we thought I should share out here. First of all, Portugal is the oldest nation-state in Europe. It also has the largest cork forest and produces greater than 70% of the cork that's used in our wine bottles, and maybe a lot more other places. So please go buy yourself some coasters today. And also, it houses the oldest bookstore in all of the world, and it's right here in Lisbon, which I intend to actually visit before I return home. So today, I'm going to be talking about bringing AI everywhere. Every aspect of our industry, our companies, our lives, are becoming more and more digital. And with the adoption of AI, it's just actually accelerated that momentum. More and more companies want to be known as an AI-powered company. There's a huge amount of investment that's going on in AI infrastructure. A recent study by McKinsey showed that there's going to be greater than $300 billion worth of AI investments by 2026. With increasing investments comes increasing challenges. First and foremost is complexity. As newer models come in, newer infrastructure needs, more usage cases comes in, there is going to be a lot more complexity from whether it's on the edge or in the data center in terms of an AI infrastructure. Cost, as we all know it, is a critical component and a challenge. With more and more parameters being added to our training, the cost is significantly going up. And as more and more inference use cases are happening, and we're all starting to use much more ChatGPT and other models in our day-to-day lives, the cost of inference is going to explode further and further. Operationalizing AI is also going to be very important. What that means is we want to make sure that every POC that we actually create goes into production. It is not easy. We have to make sure the infrastructure is scalable, repeatable, and reliant overall. One of the critical components in as we go through all of these things is going to be security. The customers need to make sure that their workloads or their data is secure in the entirety of its AI journey. And we also need to make sure that with our newer compliance and new regulations coming through, all of these, I would say, data is compliant based on the region that you and our customers are going to be operating in. And last but not least is the overall human aspect. We want to make sure as we go forward, AI is not only equitable, but it's also ethical and making sure that's going to be sustainable. As AI permeates in everything that we do, we're at Intel are making sure we're providing a full spectrum of products, solutions, and systems to provide a competitive TCO to our customers. We are ensuring that we're infusing AI in every technology and helping drive innovations in a very standard and open fashion. We are truly focused on unlocking the AI continuum in making sure we are supporting the large models as well as the emerging smaller models. We are making sure that we're streamlining the AI workflow for our customers in making sure we support the training, the fine-tuning, inference, and eventual deployment, and making it much more developer-friendly. We're focused on simplifying the AI infrastructure, whether it's on the client or on the edge or back to the data center, so that a workflow or a workload can seamlessly move across, and the customers are able to move those things across seamlessly. And then we are also focused on making sure we're accelerating and optimizing your key workloads, whether they have to be general purpose workloads or AI-specific workloads. At Intel, we believe the AI development process is a process of continuum. So what that means is we need to make sure that we are bringing the right product solutions, systems, to the market overall, and trying to make sure that we are investing in technologies that are open and that our customers are able to use. Intel is the only company that is investing in such technologies with such a broad reach throughout, from the edge to the cloud to the data center, and making sure that we are doing it in a very open approach. We have built our products, our heterogeneous CPU, GPU products that are supporting the edge, the cloud, and the data center, and making sure that our libraries are compliant, as well as supporting the latest and greatest frameworks and models as we go forward, built under the umbrella of our one API stack. At the foundation of everything is trust. Our customers can trust Intel's products as they develop, whether it's on the edge or on the client or in the data center, using our confidential compute technologies. And they can trust that their data is going to be safe. Let me dig a little deeper into our accelerator portfolio, given the AI and the accelerator is a big theme as we go forward. Intel's bringing competitive AI products, high-performance AI products at competitive TCOs to the market. We are a viable alternate choice, as well as that supports wide variety from a model perspective and software support, and making sure that our customers are able to actually have time-to-market deployment, as well as supporting all the right ecosystems with the leading TCO solutions. Our first-generation Gaudi platform is already available with our partners, as well as available on AWS Cloud. Our Gaudi 2 platform is in production, available on Intel Developer Cloud, as well as through our lead partners. Earlier this month, we launched our Gaudi 3 product line, which builds on an existing performant Gaudi 2 product line, and it is shipping to our lead customers and our partners, and will be generally available in Q3. And in future, we are going to be creating, by taking the combination of our Gaudi IP along with our GPU IP, our next generation Falcon Shore product line, which is going to be available in 2025. Let me share a little bit more about our Gaudi 3 product line. We are really excited about Gaudi 3. It builds on the Gaudi 2 momentum that we already have, but it adds 4x the AI compute, 2x the networking bandwidth, 1.5 times the memory bandwidth, and it supports industry-standard ubiquitous Ethernet, as well as all the frameworks and the software that is required for the developers. Digging a little further onto Gaudi, the image on the left shows 2 dies co-packaged with our 8 HBM memories. This combination of co-packaging, putting all of these together, brings compute, memory, and networking all together, and this is what leads to a higher performant product line with very competitive TCOs. From an architecture perspective, it has heterogeneous architecture in which we have our tensor processing units for our non-linear mathematical operations, along with the matrix engines, which are used for matrix applications. And it has large HBM2 memory of 128 gigabyte, which is very well suited for this ever-growing large language models. The integrated Ethernet is very critical in terms of for our customers to use in a very simple fashion from any size of a cluster that they want to create. As I mentioned, Gaudi 3 is already shipping, and I just want to talk a little bit more about how some of our customers are using our Gaudi product lines to build the clusters for entirety of their applications, what they want to build. On the left out here shows a single node cluster which has 8 Gaudi platforms. Given it uses the standard Ethernet protocol, it's very simple for our customers to create smaller nodes, as well as scale up to any number of large numbers of clusters overall, just because it is using a standard Ethernet protocol. One thing that I do want to say is many of our current set of customers are building clusters greater than thousands of nodes currently, and they're starting to expand further and further as we have more and more momentum being built in. One additional thing is with integrated Ethernet cards, the power is further optimized at a system level, and which is very critical given energy and power is becoming more of a delimiter, as we've seen in terms of availability of power. So as one of the biggest challenges is going to be energy, I just wanted to share a little bit of example of types of I would say, challenges that we are facing. Here, this shows two models, one for Gopher, one for GPT, both at least greater than 175 billion parameters. The training for just this amount of parameters is going to take over 1,000 kilowatts. And the carbon emissions is greater than 350 tons, which is very significant. In some cases, more than what cars actually dissipate. A further study shows that we're all knowing that training with ever-growing number of parameters takes a lot and lots of energy. But as more and more of use cases inference use cases are coming in our day-to-day lives, the collective inference is going to be greater than what is going to be training, and possibly even growing faster in terms of the energy needs of that. So what can we, as a community, what can we all be doing? We want to make sure that as we look at future, we're not just taking creation of new things, but we're also looking at what can we do to optimize our models, optimize our software, as well as hardware and as well as architecture, making sure we have power in mind. At Intel, we're working with our partners as our customers, making sure that we're working on model compression, providing open stack through our open one API software stack so that the customers can not only develop, but also make sure they have the right toolkits for optimization. And when we are building our products, whether it's our Xeon product line, it's a Gaudi product line, we are very power conscious, as well as making sure that we're investing in the technologies that help overall reduce the energy needs, such as liquid cooling, as well as other very unique techniques. So I just want to make sure when we all work together, we are thinking in terms of a future and sustainable data center. From an Intel perspective, as I mentioned, we're building the right level of we have the right level of investments in making sure our customers are able to have time to market or deployments. They have an open software story, as well as able to take their workloads seamlessly across different architectures, and making sure that they have the right performance as well as building a sustainable data center. My call to action is please lean in on opportunities on AI. Let's address it together. It's a collective thing from a community perspective. Please leverage OCP. I'm part of the OCP board. I do want to acknowledge the great work that the community does along with the OCP team out here. Please make sure that we're shaping the future of AI in an open and a sustainable environment. And a shout out to a presentation this afternoon in Auditorium 2 by my colleague Saurabh Kulkarni. Please attend at Scaling Systems for Gen AI. Thank you.